So now I'm back in the bunny shed for the second part of my questions and answers video. So I'm here with Ruby and Shindig again because you don't really get much of a chance to see them anymore because the evenings are drawing in, it's getting dark a lot earlier, so there's not much chance I get to film videos, so I thought I would film it in here today. Cave Circus asks, how did you come up with your rabbits' names? Now, we came up with their names when me and my boyfriend had an argument over their names because we went to get them together, and I wanted kind of a couple name like Thelma and Louise or something like that, and I decided that I wanted Rhubarb and Custard because I thought Rhubarb would be a cute name, and Custard because she's got kind of a yellow splodge on her face. And my boyfriend wanted Moonpig and Shindig. So basically he had the Shindig out of Moonpig and Shindig, and I had the Rhubarb out of Rhubarb and Custard. And Rhubarb just changed into Ruby over time, and then Shindig stayed Shindig, or Shinny. So that's basically how that happened. So yeah. Piggylicious1 asks, would you ever consider getting a Daegu? And I would. I think they're really, really cute, but I don't know anything about them, so I'd need to do a lot of research first. But yes, I would consider getting them. Brenda Med asks, my guinea pigs keep biting my dad when he's trying to give my guinea pigs more food. How would I get him to stop that because he doesn't bite me at all? You need to make sure that you wash your hands if you're feeding your guinea pigs so they don't smell like food, because your guinea pigs might just think that his hands are food. They also tend to nibble things that they're a bit uncertain about, so if they smell something that's new and they're not used to it, they'll give it a nibble to find out what it is. So it might be just that they're not used to him yet, or it might be that because he's putting his hands in their cage, they might not trust him and they might see it as him kind of invading into their cage. So yeah, maybe try getting him to wash his hands before he goes in their cage so he doesn't smell like their food to begin with. And if it keeps happening, maybe message me and I'll try and think of something else you can try. Astrid Skelton says, my 3 guinea pigs have a double-decker store-bought style cage. It's 1.2 metres long, and they go in their run all day and run around in their shed before they go to bed. Is that enough space for them? And I don't really know, because whether the cage is big enough, you have to work out the length and the width and times the length by the width, and as long as it's over 1 square metre, then it's fine, but over 1.2 square metres is recommended. So it does sound like it's big enough, but I'm rubbish at maths, so times the length by the width to work out the floor space, and that will tell you if it's big enough. The Fat Rat channel asks, which small pet would you recommend to new pet owners? That's quite tricky because there isn't kind of a starter pet, because people tend to recommend hamsters for first time pet owners, but hamsters are quite expensive and they are a lot more work than people initially think, and so to be honest, it's best just to do lots and lots of research on all the different type of animals that you like, and work out how much they'll cost, and whether you can afford that, and how much time they take up and whether you've got the time for them, and also which pet you think best suits you. And also you need to think about money for vet costs as well, because that can be quite an unexpected cost and it can be very, very expensive. Gizmo recently had to go to the vets 3 times in a week for his eye, and it does get very expensive very quickly. So you need to think about which animal best suits you. I can't really recommend a first time pet because different people have different personalities and different budgets and different time. So it depends on you and what will best suit you. So do loads of research and work it out from there. They also ask, what was your first ever pet? I think I answered that earlier. It was a rabbit called Jasmine. And they also ask, if you could have any species of animal as a pet, what would they be? I think I touched on this earlier. There's loads and loads of different types of animals I'd like to keep as pets. Yeah, chinchillas maybe, I think. Or gerbils, or there's loads of different types of pets I'd like to own in the future, but probably a dog more than anything. I'd love to own a dog. Bonnie Peters asks, out of all of your pets, which is your favourite? This is a horrible question. You can't ask me this. I love all of my pets the same. I love them all in different ways because they're all so different and their personalities are all different. And I love them all for different reasons, but I can't choose between them. It's like asking someone to choose between their children. She also asks which of your pets is the hardest to take care of and which is the easiest to take care of. And I think the easiest out of all my pets are probably the hamsters, but they're still not easy pets to look after. You still have to do a lot of research into their dietary requirements and their housing, and you have to do a lot of research, and they take a lot of time taming and handling, and so they're also very expensive. But out of all my pets, they are the easiest, but by no means are they kind of an easy pet. The hardest pets to take care of are probably the bunnies, or Sheldon. Maybe Sheldon took a lot of research, whereas with the guinea pigs and the bunnies and the hamsters, there's lots of information about them kind of readily available, whereas with tortoises it's a lot harder to find reliable information because you look on the internet and it's just loads of like shops specialising in reptile things that are giving you information, but they're kind of giving you information to sell their products rather than giving it to you for their welfare. So there's not as much information on tortoises readily available, so he was a lot more difficult to research, and he has to have baths quite often and things like that. But once his setup is kind of tortoises are really difficult initially, but once they're set up and you're in a routine, they're fairly easy to maintain. So I think rabbits are probably the most difficult because they require so much attention and mental stimulation and exercise, and they are very intelligent and demanding pets. For the Love of My Pets asks, what are the personalities of your pets? I'm just going to go over it really quickly because otherwise I could be here for hours. So let's start with the bunnies. Ruby is really funny. She's really friendly, a little bit stupid compared to Shindig. She's, yeah, like with the treat ball, Shindig will work it out really easily and Ruby will be kind of struggling with it. So she's a little bit stupid compared to Shindig, but again she's still really intelligent and lovable. And Shindig is really intelligent. She learns tricks really quickly, and I think Ruby's a lot more kind of domesticated than Shindig. Shindig's a little bit more wild, but they're both absolutely lovely girls. I couldn't ask for better rabbits. With the guinea pigs, Gizmo is really hyperactive and friendly and squeaky. He's just so loud, talking all the time. If I play music, he's kind of squeaking along. He's like a proper mummy's boy. Jafar is a little bit more wary. He's kind of sneaking around, and he's absolutely lovely as well, though he's a lot less likely to let me stroke him in the cage, but once he's out the cage he's really sweet as well. Snoopy is really funny. He's a little chunky monkey. He's funny. Once he's out of the cage, he's absolutely lovely, but when he's in the cage, he's quite independent. Ollie has quite a few issues when it comes to people, because when we first got him, literally the moment we got him home, we had to take him to the vets because he was very sick, and we had to force feed him medicine, which was really, really horrible, but it was to make him better, so we had to do it. So he's had quite a few issues bonding with us. He's very, very wary of people, so he won't let us stroke him or anything like that, and for lap time he's normally really scared. But when he's in the cage, he's such a character. His favourite thing to do is kind of run around in his pig loo, knocking into everything, and if I'm sat downstairs I can hear him making a racket. It's really funny. Ollie's such a sweetie as well. Silver and Pearl I haven't had too long, so I can't say too well what their personalities are like, but Silver is a lot more outgoing than Pearl. She'll let me stroke her in the cage all the time, and the girls are very, very kissy compared to the boys. The boys, if I stick my hand in their face, they're more likely to nip me, give me a little nibble than kiss me, but the girls are very, very kissy, and they're very snuggly. And Pearl is just a chunky monkey. She's quite independent when she's in the cage, but when she's out of the cage she's really snuggly as well. Onto the hamsters. Vladimir is really, really funny. He's when I open the cage he'll run straight out on my hand. He's very, very hyperactive, but he can also be a little bit nippy. Igor sleeps quite a lot more, but he's also very active and he's lovely. He'll just sit on my hand pretty much, and he's very good. He's kind of a mummy's boy as well. Marmaduke is a character. She's an escape artist. I don't know how she escapes from some of the faces she does. If I put her in a playpen, she'll just climb over it. If I put her in a ball, somehow she'll unscrew it and get out. When I first put her in her tank, which is her cage at the moment, before I made the mesh top, she just climbed out onto the chair and let herself into our bedroom, climbed up the stairs and went into our bedroom. She's absolutely lovely though. She's a proper lady. She won't run on her wheels, she'll like flanks. She'll kind of waddle, she doesn't run. She's really, really funny. And Sheldon loves climbing. He's always doing ridiculous things. He thinks he's a little stunt man. He's such a character as well. He doesn't really like being picked up or held or anything like that, but he loves having a run round, and if we put him on our sitting room floor for a run around, he'll try and eat absolutely everything, which is really funny. So yeah, he's a proper character. They also ask how old are they. So Gizmo and Jafar were born in July 2012, so that makes them, I'm absolutely rubbish at maths, a year and about a year and 3 months maybe. Ruby and Shindig were born in May 2012, so they're about a year and 5 months ish. Igor and Vladimir, my little dwarfs, were born in July as well, the same as Gizmo and Jafar. Sheldon was born in June 2010, so he is 3 and a bit. Marmaduke was born in August 2012, so she's just a little bit younger than Gizmo and Jafar and Igor and Vladimir. Snoopy was born in April 2011, so he is about 2.5 years. Rubbish adding up. And Ollie was born in September 2012, so he has just turned a year and a month maybe. And Silver and Pearl are 3 in April, so yeah. Mr. Teddy Tubbs asks, when did you get so obsessed with animals? Would you say I was obsessed? Probably. I don't know. I've always kind of had animals around, but I think when I moved out, and me and my boyfriend got a house together, and I don't know, I started doing some research and looking into smaller animals, because I'd always had rabbits, and I always knew I wanted to keep rabbits because I absolutely loved them, but I'd never really had much experience with guinea pigs or hamsters or tortoises, or so yeah, I think when I moved out and we got the bunnies, and then I started going on YouTube and kind of looking into other pets, and as I kind of got the animals, I did more and more research, and then I got more, and it kind of spiralled into a craziness. So I think that's how it happened. It didn't all happen at once, it kind of happened over time, and they're just so cute, I can't help it. They also ask, what was your favourite hobbies? I think I mentioned before a few of the things I like to do in my spare time. So anything kind of crafty, music festivals and concerts and stuff, and pets, and they take up a huge amount of my time. So I don't really have time for any other hobbies at the moment. And they also ask, what do you work as? And I think I talked about this as well earlier. I was kind of working in a children's centre, and then I decided I wanted to work with children a bit older. So I started working with kind of in a youth work setting, kids with behavioural difficulties, which I absolutely loved. But then I decided that I would go back to university because I had a foundation degree, and I decided to go back to do a top-up year to make it into a degree. So yeah, and then I left because I decided that I needed to focus all of my time, because I'm absolutely rubbish when it comes to kind of school stuff. I'm not a very academic person. I can get stuff done if I need to, but I find it really, really difficult, and I knew that if I carried on working and doing it the same, and going to university at the same time, I knew that my work would kind of suffer. So I thought I'd rather be kind of a little bit poor for a year and get my degree and get a good grade than kind of make that suffer. So that's another reason why I haven't done any hauls recently, because I'm a little bit poor. So yeah. She also asked, where is your favourite holiday location? And I don't tend to go back to the same place every time. When I was younger, we used to have family holidays to France every year, and I absolutely love France, and I think it's just beautiful. Everywhere we've been has been lovely, and the people have been so lovely. But as I've got older, I've kind of wanted to go to different places. So I think I love Turkey and Cyprus and areas around there. I think it's because the weather's so lovely, and my boyfriend's parents moved over to Cyprus recently, and they have a house over there, so we're really lucky to be able to go over and stay with them. And because we can stay with them as well, we don't have to pay for hotels or anything, so it makes the holiday really affordable as well, and it's absolutely beautiful. They've got a pool and it's lovely, and I think I've got a video about our last holiday to Cyprus, and I definitely want to go back there again because it's absolutely lovely, but I also want to go to lots of different places. So that wasn't a really very straight answer, but there you go. And the last question again is from Mr. Teddy Tubbs, and they ask, do you go on an annual vacation? And I don't go on an annual vacation. I used to, when I went away with my family, we used to go every year, but now I've kind of moved out, and I have to pay my own bills and things like that. We can only really go when we can afford it, so no, we don't go on an annual vacation. We probably won't be going on another holiday for quite a long time, but just when we save up and when we can afford it, really. So yeah, so that's all the questions. This video is probably really long, so sorry about that, but I hope I've given you all a proper answer to your questions. So thanks for watching, bye! Cavey Cave Circus asks, what video editor did Daddy open the fridge? Oh. What's that? What is it? Did Daddy open the fridge? The bunnies absolutely love my boyfriend. What's that? Look at your silly hair, Ruby. What's that? You have silly hair. Let Mummy see. What is it? What is it? Hello? 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 Good girl, clever girl. What's going on? What's going on?
Good ocean Dick. You didn't have your lettuce, did you?
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Hop along to our Facebook page so you can keep up to date with what me and the pets are up to. See you soon!